ATO scope. I haven't done this one in forever.
All seems in order with the lens, and I trust you can hear me. Those things are pure malcontent, the residue of lives unfulfilled.
Pretty good music, but it kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy 13. Oh, I shouldn't have put a silent there. Holy spam. I love the new Holy design with the flower. Since I'm exactly level 89 for this dungeon, my gear isn't as high as everyone else's, so my heals are a little... which kind of sucks. Just wait to keep regen and Medica 2 up on everybody at almost all times. Did not mean to dash there. Beautiful dungeon. Existential dread? That does not sound good. Do we have to kill them before they can get that cast off? Presence of mind, get some DPS in. Yeah, maybe not. We're getting a tank cluster, Aqua Veil, shield. Agria Climb, what does that do? It's probably something to do with their tentacles. Yeah. She's just going to do it again, but now it's this big. Synchroma. Your primary regen. It's got a Medica on everybody. Are those going to come back? Rapture, and we need an Afflatus, Afflatus Misery, they all need to stab. I love how easy it is to get everybody back to full health with the mage. You just do that plenary indulgence, and then you do Afflatus Rapture, and it pretty much gets everyone to full. I'm gonna have to Asylum, and I'm probably gonna have to hardcast Medica 1. We had Climb again, so we want to get out of the raid. Oh, and she's doing both attacks at once now. Okay, this person obviously got there, so let's do another Asylum. I don't Asylum. That person needs a raise. Always make sure you benediction someone right when they raise so that they're full health. I don't want them dying again. Give myself a shield, give you an Aqua Veil, give you a shield. Stop.
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you.
Do you want the gear?
The ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
Wow. Let's look at this place. Start fully spam. Love how it looks like the flower is just beaming from that crystal there. Really nice aesthetic. Oh shit. Petra. Ritat and the Shakeable. Wasted a flower. Wow. I feel like this is gonna come in. Oh wow. What do we do? Tank Thruster, let's get an Aqua Veil and a shield. Get a Medica. Yeah, that was perfect timing. Felt like some damage coming. Let's get that misery on him. In the center here. So do we just have to see what crystal's dying the quickest, or... Okay. That's weird. Let's get an asylum up. Well, I literally haven't been using this. Can't forget the angel wings. That would probably be nice. Like, Shadowbringers is probably my favorite expansion, but Endwalker just really had some amazing design as well. The biggest gripe with Endwalker was the pacing of Endwalker. It's just kind of like all over the place. It had like really highs and some really lows. Whereas Shadowbringers, the story just had amazing pacing. It just, everything just worked. It's great. This tank's taking a little bit too much damage for my bucket. Another shield on him, get some asylum up. Make sure everyone has Medica 2. Does he have the gem? And he's still taking damage. Oh my goodness. Probably needs my Mitt from my Holy to stun everything. Oh, I'm almost at like half MP. It's making me work for my heals. Sinking dishonesty, sinking impatience. They're like all the worst things of humanity, basically. The presence of mind, so get some more holies in. I miss the old days of Holy Spam. They actually made it so the stun gets nerfed if you keep using it. Back in the old days when you used Holy, you could just stun lock everything. Like, you just spam Holy forever, and then things just kept missing their attacks. It was great. But they found it a little bit cheap, and it wasn't fair to the other healers that didn't have Holy. What on earth is this?
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far!
We already got a Tank Buster, got that Aqua Veil up. Make sure he has Regen, let's get Medica 2 on everyone.
You will persist in this
Proximity
no
card here,
longer.
let's get to the edge. Throw in the size. So go to the ones that don't resolve and then go into those. Which Lux up other than you?
The stage is set!
Stove. Are you supposed to go in that, or are you supposed to avoid that? is floating, so maybe it's going to shoot a laser out. Yep. So, I don't know why the tank decided to go right in there. Entrapting. What does that do? Ow. To a rapture?
Let the curtains rise
Curtain
for the
call?
main attraction.
Who's that? Who's Shiva? That's epic. Diamond Dust. Gotta snap your finger for effect.
What a boorish audience you are!
I don't know what we're supposed to do there. So we actually did wipe. It's been so long since this dungeon, I really can't remember. They wouldn't have an enrage on a boss in a regular dungeon. That doesn't make sense. So this is normal difficulty, and this is for people just going through the MSQ. Like, it's not... This isn't like Skeen or like any of the extremes where they would like have enrages. So I don't really understand. So I thought that maybe that Shiva was summoned by those weird spirits that have been helping us. So I thought that she was good. But maybe Shiva is summoned by the bad guy, and she's diamond dusting us, and you actually have to get away from the ice or something like that. I really am not too sure. But we will see, and we'll get through it. It's fun to have a challenge once in a while. But yeah, if I remembered how beautiful this dungeon was, like, I'd probably just run this for fun on some of my other classes. Bracelet of Healing, yep. I'll take that. Let's see, did I get any gear? Can't believe they used to make us do all these walks of shame. Like, every time you were killed by a boss, you'd have to walk all the way back. Now in Dawn Trail, you just teleport right to where you need to be. Like, there's barely any backtracking now. It's so nice. Nothing beats World of Warcraft, though, when you would die and you would have to actually... Like, you were a ghost, and you had to pay money, and then you had to go and actually find your body. Like, that was pretty ridiculous.
Is my favorite by far.
Let's get a Medica 2. He's already doing a tank buster, get that Aqua Veil and that shield. Let's get an Asylum up, a Size, Presence of Mind, let's glare out. Get away from proximity. I didn't use Dia to put a dot on him. This one's gonna resolve Blast, so let's wait.
The stage is set.
Stroke. So it's going this way, so let's get over it. Left Viraga Forte. His left or my left? His left. I love how quick Divine Venison refreshes now. There's like 2 pops on the cooldowns. So... Do we have to kill him during curtain call? Like, what's the deal? Obviously avoid all these. probably... Oh, you have to go behind the ice that Shiva makes, so Shiva's actually protecting us. We don't we have a dancer and a ninja, so we have nobody that can res me. So I'll have to run back. Glad we didn't have a red mage or a summoner or something with us. They would have been able to res me, especially the red mage. A lot of people call them res mage because their ability is whenever they cast a spell, their next spell is automatically instant cast. So all they have to do is cast one of their long cast spells, and then they can instant cast raise. So every time they can just keep instant casting raise. Still costs a lot of MP, but they can do it. This walk of shame is brutal. I don't feel like anybody else should be allowed to roll on stuff that's healing when I'm the only healer in the party. Like, I should have priority because I'm healing the party, then that's part of my reward. Tank seems to be doing an okay job, though. Like, they're probably just doing their duty roulette, so he probably has max gear. And his sync down. No, these aren't... This isn't amazing gear. This is only level 90 gear. So this is actually around his level. He's just good at his job. Thank you. Local Bending Pass. Almost level 90. I could do Atia Scope again. Won't be too hard. Give my gear a quick repair. I like having it full. My food's running out in 50 seconds. This isn't the best food for a white mage. I probably wouldn't get direct hit necessarily. Determination. I would probably like food that had critical hit and piety. That'd probably help a little bit more. But this is the food that I use on my Pictomancer, and I bought a lot of vegetable soup, so I think I'll just continue to use that for now. I'm not really min-maxing my white mage right now. Maybe when it's level 100 I'll get it proper healer food. But for now, I'm just leveling. And then once I'm 90, we have all the really cool dungeons, like all the expert ones. Like Smileton's so much fun. People love that one. Stigma Dreamscape's interesting. It's quite a sci-fi dungeon for Endwalker. Endwalker did have kind of a space vibe. Felcourt of Troya, that one's amazing. The Ether Font, that one's one of the most beautiful dungeons in the game. Like, Endwalker did have a... It's funny because it's called Endwalker, but Endwalker actually had a really good endgame. It'll be interesting to see what Dawn Trail looks like when we get more into the endgame. Hopefully they add some more. The game doesn't have as much as I would like right now at endgame content. It's like, Juno's okay. It's not my favorite because I didn't really like FF11 that much, and it relies a lot on that lore, but I guess I'll just do the Atia scope again, and we will see how this goes. Now that I know the fights, it should be a lot more smoother. I know not to get killed by Shiva twice and have to run back the whole time and let my group down.
All seems in order with the lens, and I
Give them
trust
a
you
high
can hear me.
five.
Those things are pure malcontent, the residue of lives unfulfilled.
Let's get some Dia size. This tank doesn't want to do big pulls. Yeah. It's okay. It's really weird playing a mage if you've played it a sage a lot, because the mage, the flowers only generate when you're in combat, so you don't get them before the fight. So when you're first starting a fight, you can't use any of your flower abilities. Whereas Sage, it's just on a timer, so you could have all your full Adder Skull like right away, and then so you have all your instant cast heals like ready to go. So that's why it's just kind of weird. It's the end of the pull, I think, so I'll just fully spam. Oh, I'm wrong. Where's it going? I guess it wants to come over here, so. So we can die on stuff. Because I don't really have a point blank AoE. Okay, we're getting. He needs a Tetra. I need to get holy. Stop these things from attacking. I think with Holy it's 4 target because it's 150 to all enemies and there's like 310, so it's more DPS for 3 or more targets. Get a Medica 2 up so I can focus more on DPS. That's another thing about being a healer in Final Fantasy versus a lot of games is every job is expected to DPS, even healers, so it's not like where you can just sit there and heal all day. Like, you are expected to be doing DPS at all times, except for when you need to heal. Obviously, healing being the priority because you don't want to wipe your party, but you do want to get those DPS numbers in. Like, there's some groups, honestly, where I see their healers are so good that they're actually better than some of the DPS. It's quite normal in this game. And White Mage is actually it does have a fairly good amount of damage. Probably should have centered that a little bit more, but it's good. It's got an Aqua Veil on you, a Flatus Misery. I should be a little more generous when using a Flatus Solus and a Flatus Rapture, just so that I'm using my flowers more, because it does give me a bit of DPS when I'm using the red flower when I consume the Blood Lily. I gotta always try and keep my dot up. So the damage actually really adds up. So the dot does... It does 65. Let's put my wings on, get a little bit of mitt. And let's pop a Rapture. Get everyone back. Refresh Medaya. Let's do Asylum. So you have to avoid these and her claws. Shoot. Well, that's just fun. We have a black mage and a ninja, so nobody can miss.
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you. The ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
I'm losing you. Kryla almost has more lines and story in this dungeon than they gave her in Dawn Trail, and Dawn Trail was supposed to be Kryle's big moment. She even saw her parents and everything, but they kind of did her dirty in the expansion. So maybe the next couple expansions will get Kryle even more. I was kind of bummed she was a Pictomancer too, because then every time I ever ran a dungeon, it was like 2 Pictomancers. It was kind of boring. Because I made a Pictomancer in Dawn Trail. I tried Viper and it felt too much like a monk or a rogue to me, where you have to be like on all the positionals all the time, and I just don't do melee characters very well. I've always been casters. Just like more magical characters, I like that you don't have to be very close. You can just observe the mechanics a little bit better too. You don't need to be right in line of damage all the time. Kind of overdid it on the AoE heal there, but I just felt like the tank was gonna die, so. Definitely gotta get the rust off my white mage skills. I've been being a sage too long. So funny thing is, their World of Warcraft is gotten popular again a little bit. Their new expansion hasn't been too bad. So I just went on my computer and I gave it a try of the free trial, and honestly I got through the beginning island and lasted like an hour or two, and it just wasn't for me. Like the Final Fantasy has just changed the standard of the game. Like, the graphics are just so much better, and it felt so cartoony and closed in, and I don't like the way you travel in World of Warcraft. Like, in Final Fantasy, it's so easy how you're always allowed to teleport to every city. In World of Warcraft, you have to wait for a half an hour to use your Hearthstone to go to your inn that you use. So It's just kind of, there's so many quality of life improvements in Final Fantasy XIV because it's such a more modern game. Yeah, it's just very noticeable. Like, the grass is greener until you go back and look at from where we've come, and then it's like, yeah, this game's a lot better, and I'm very happy to be a Final Fantasy XIV stan. Despite Dawn Trail, like, I'm gonna continue to play this game, see it get through all its patches, and see all the good new beautiful dungeons come out, and they'll improve the story. I have faith. They've done it before. A Realm Reborn like completely resurrected this game after 1.0 was terrible, and then by 2.0 they made the game amazing again. So, and then they came out with Heaven Sword, and that was an amazing expansion. So they have it in them. They just need to get their act together, listen to the gamers, kill off Luke Lamad or whatever they have to do with her. I just can't see them continuing this Alexandria storyline. Like, I feel like this is done. But I have to do a little bit more of the MSQ. I'm not quite caught up to the patch. I literally did the MSQ just so that I could unlock Iwa Yawada Field Station, the 3rd expert dungeon, so I could do the expert roulette. I just got my level 90. That comes with Liturgy of the Bell. Not exactly sure how to use that. I've never been this high as a mage, so. Places a healing blossom at the designated location, grants 5 stacks of Liturgy of the Bell to self, so gives me a buff. So taking damage expends one of those. Expends one of them. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that later. I gotta keep my tank alive, apparently. Well, maybe I will cast Liturgy of the Bell and just hope that it does some healing stuff. Oh. Okay, I guess it goes away if you activate it? Is it sort of like, for Sage, they have this ability called Pepsis, and it's basically everyone has a shield, and then you press Pepsis, and it like explodes all the shields, and then converts it into whatever values the shields had. It would convert them into healing for the whole party. So I wonder if it's something like that. Let's read a little bit. So when you take damage, it expends 1 of the 5 stacks to heal self and all party members for 400 potency. Like, that's pretty strong. Any remaining stacks will trigger an additional healing effect when the time expires or when you execute the action a second time. Oh, okay, so no matter what, they'll explode and heal everybody at the end. Or when I choose to end it. Okay. Interesting. So it's definitely something you use kind of when you're getting like a lot of raid-wide annoying amount of damage. You need like burst heal. It's just choosing between doing that, Temperance, or Plenary Indulgence and Athletis Rapture. It's like, you have so many options.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far! You will persist in this
Proximity marker, let's spread everybody. This one's resolving slow.
The stage is set.
Strophe is that little wagon wheel thing or whatever you want to call it. Just don't want to be in its line of fire. Wrong person. Left for FF14, get over here. Interactive. Okay, let's hit Plenary Indulgence and a Rapture. Maybe a Medica. This. It's Apparatus Misery. Sweet.
What a boorish audience you are!
Oh, we get 2 of those now. They're gonna do like a crisscross pattern. Oh, that's easy. They're just going that way. Just stand in the middle. Probably get some MP. Didn't mean to aqua bail. Okay, tank buster. Doing way better on the fight this time. Now that I know the mechanics. Somebody limit braked. So the thing is I don't actually like queuing into even numbered dungeons. Like, if you go into level 90s, they actually, they give you less XP because they used to be the end game dungeons. So the ones that are the odd numbers, those are the ones that actually give you a lot of experience points. Level 90 gear is probably really expensive. 50,000. So I'll just have to get it through the dungeons. But even if I get less experience, I'll just run these just for some variety. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's queue for those dungeons. The Dead End, Smileton, the Stigma Dreamscape. I probably don't have item level. Yeah, that's what I thought about these, because these start getting into expert level, so... An instant queue. Oh, I love this dungeon. And the music, and like, this dungeon's very emotional. Like, it's just, the stakes are so high, and yeah, this was a high point of Endwalker for sure. And it just makes you think about life a lot too, like, more the meaning of life, and how she found that every civilization just ends up falling, and it's just kind of like ours. Like, every civilization is just kind of doomed to fall at some point, because humankind just has this innate disaster inside of us, where we all just have so much destruction and hatred towards each other that we can't figure things out.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence.
Oh right, there's poison.
And rotted inside and out. The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
The bosses on this dungeon are really tough, I remember that. I remember when it first came out and people kept wiping. There's the second boss that does all the lasers or whatever. Benediction hit when I wasn't paying attention. The difficulty spike on this dungeon is quite high.
Until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
Oh, I didn't mean to stop that there. Luckily the tank stopped pulling. Wait. This is getting rough. Oh shoot, I gotta raise him like pronto, and I don't have shit. Oh my god. This is a wipe. Shit. Well, that was a really rough pull. I'm sorry everyone had to see that. Almost out of MP now because of that. I don't even think I have enough MP for the boss. And they're not gonna wait. Well, that's what I like about Final Fantasy, is the tank just took the blame for it, whereas if you played World of Warcraft, somebody would have completely blamed that on me. They would have flipped out at me and called me a noob, and people could have left the party because of that. So, bless the culture of this game.
Those
Okay,
who live
I'm ready.
fester.
I'm not gonna let you all die this
Those
time.
who die decay.
I really can't remember what you do in this one. Remember that there's a wind that continually blows on. So it doesn't look like I can knock back immunity out of those wind thing because it's not blowing me, it's blowing the puddles around.
Those who die
So
decay.
probably just have to get ahead of them and see what way the winds are blowing. So you want to be at the front of the wind, right? And then go where those aren't, and then the wind, it'll blow them that way. Perfect. Hope somebody didn't get hit by them still. Lost our Black Mage. And I have... Are these spread or stacked? Maybe put the bells down? So, we'll probably have to go in here first.
Is there any followers here?
Probably,
You?
probably not.
Anyone like?
Not sure.
How do you see?
I'm kind of in the middle of this bit.
I think it's Zoe.
Hmm?
Zoe. And that's all you do, 9 minutes.
Yeah, they only take that long, and then they need to go on the, my spouse and dog came in and stuff, so I ended up wiping the whole party. But we'll do this 3rd time's the charm, and we're still on the first boss, but I think that everyone in the party is all having fun, so. What's this person wearing? Oh, she's pretty. Just waiting for one more. And we got it this time.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died and decayed.
Oh my god. If I don't figure out this mechanic, I swear that this party's gonna disband. So you basically can't even hit one of those puddles or you're pretty much a wipe. I don't remember the puddles being that dangerous back in the Endwalker days, but I guess so. So I think I should put the bell down whenever the wind stuff's happening. Actually, even put my wings on.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died and decayed.
Didn't really want to have to waste my benediction this early. Kind of like to reserve it for the tank. So the Rapture. Holy crap. Shit. I have to hardcast a raise, and I don't think I have time for it.
ดี๋ยวเราไปยืดดูเดี๋ยวขึ้นเนี่ย I'm streaming. Yeah, there's probably nobody.
Those who lived infested. Those who died decayed. and the very last of them wished they had never been born at all. In a faraway
Finally
place,
done that boss fight.
a
Like, it took us, what,
brilliant
5 to
star
6
eradicated
times? I don't even want to
disease.
know how this robot boss is gonna go.
Before
When he does
destroying
the whole
the
laser
self-same
thing, like,
lives it
I'm
had
not
saved.
sure if that the samurai is gonna know how to do that.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost. They tried to find peace with fire and steel.
I don't know why the samurai is diving, like, head first into fights. Like, he's not a tank. Doesn't make sense to me. This boss is gonna be fun. Destination, that's probably like a raid wide. Yep. They're playing Perpetual War missions. So I think you have to go in between these. So I'm gonna go in between them and try to not stack too crazily. Yeah, no future. That's his, like, really ultimate attack. So... okay, I see what's going on. Knockback community. Tank Buster, Aqua Veil and Shield, make first Regenza, put Medica 2 on everybody. You just killed the tank. Why did that person return to the beginning? I could have raised them.
And when one asked, what is the point? There were none left to answer.
This last area is beautiful. Love the last area. Like, look at this. Like this is what heaven probably looks like golden autumn colors and like beautiful glowing trees. It's amazing. Like, they sort of tried to do the same thing with the Alexandria dungeon, where you're going to, like, different areas, sort of, and you're, like, they tried to get that emotional impact, but it just wasn't there. Like, ever since Emmett Selk did that really cool Amarot dungeon where he's walking around and narrating, Final Fantasy keeps thinking that they have to do that, and it worked in Endwalker, this dungeon's good, but then when they did it in Alexandria, it was just, we didn't really have enough build-up to care about Sphene enough, and to care about the Alexandrians enough, really, so that's why that kind of missed for me a little bit. It was a cool dungeon because we liked that. That game was really good. Not gonna lie, healing this dungeon has been rough. I don't normally struggle this much with heals. Maybe the last ring of healing will help. But we're finally on the final boss of this. The kitty boss. That has butterflies. Rala. Nala's sister.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts.
Oh, a lot of damage. Get this on, all the tank busters incoming. Set medic on everybody. Maybe not a holy.
Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful. Bathed in it.
This is a little bit embarrassing, this run.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts. its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful. Bathed in its golden glow, they all slept happily ever after.
Okay, let's go right over that. Awesome.